Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and this video is going to be covering a lot of topics related to game preservation and some unfortunate news as far as GOG is concerned. A couple of notable titles will be getting pulled from the storefront on July the 17th, so just in a couple of days. Obviously, if you own the games, they're going to be yours available, downloadable. You can do whatever as far as that's concerned. We don't actually have reasoning, but there is some speculation on why this is happening. Limbo and Inside will both be getting pulled from the GOG storefront on July the 17th. As of the recording of this video, I don't believe there are any sales that are running on the game. It would be really great if they could run a sale on it, but I would imagine that would be up to the publisher's discretion. And yeah, Limbo is $9.99 and Inside, I want to say, is $19.99. Oh, Inside is actually on sale. Inside is 90% off for $1.99. So actually, if you have any interest on Inside, jump on that as soon as possible. So actually, I'm gonna link that at the top of this video. If you do buy it, I do get an affiliate kickback since I'm partnered with GOG. But yes, if you want a DRM free copy of Inside, jump on that as soon as possible. You'll get that for $1.99. That is awesome. So definitely check that out. And Limbo, I mean, that's one of the most iconic downloadable games of all time. It kind of came out in an era that, you know, for consoles, downloading games was still kind of a little new, you know, in the late 2000s, early 2010s, and there were a couple of games that really established how great downloadable games could be. Limbo, Braid, Castle Crashers, Shadow Complex, those are some of the titles that always have stood out to me as establishing how good these smaller scale games could be. And Limbo, I just remember a lot of people talking about it back in the day. You gotta pay your 800 Microsoft points, though. You remember back in the day with Microsoft points? Yeah, that was wild, but nonetheless, it was a very notable game for its era, and with the atmosphere, the tension, I feel like it still holds up pretty well. Both games are super short, but dark and eerie games. Now, as far as why this is happening exactly, we don't have exact clarity. However, there is a story going around, and my god, does wild stuff just be happening? We covered the Subnautica story recently, but Playdead founder is claiming he is being sued by the studio as well, and I'm laughing, but it's no laughing matter. It's just I feel like there's been so much legal turmoil in the gaming world recently, and you know, the split between the two Playdead founders, Dino Patti and Arne Jensen, has been very public and not particularly pleasant, as noted as Game Reactor, and yeah, it's very, very unfortunate. Playdead is still run by Jensen and has been working on their third game for almost a decade, and just chaos, you know, when you've got two opposing sides. As always, it can devolve into a he said, she said kind of thing, and the truth usually, generally speaking, lies somewhere in the middle, but we'll see how all of that shakes out. But yeah, kind of a disaster situation as far as that's concerned. Hopefully, we'll get some clarity and we can move forward on that. And Limbo, it would be great if Limbo and Inside weren't delisted. I really am curious on whether or not this is going to get delisted on Steam as well, because if this is the reasoning, it could be a case of they want, or whatever's going on, the game is being targeted to be delisted from every storefront. Why would GOG in particular be the storefront that it would be delisted from if this is the reason? But I feel like this story just came out at the end of last month, and now Limbo and Inside are being delisted on GOG, and we weren't given any sort of reasoning. A lot of the times when reasoning is a little bit scarce, there are some sort of legality issues involved where you want to be very careful on what you say on a public platform, because anything will and can be used again, can and will be used against you. Y'all know how that works. So I don't know, that's me coming to a conclusion based on some of the information that is publicly available online. Again, whether or not that is the reason, I do not know, but I just find it very coincidental that this story came out at the end of June, and now you're talking about the game getting delisted from GOG. If I had to be a betting man, I would say that these two things are not unrelated, and the information initially came from the GOG forum, from a member of the GOG team, noting, "Hi everyone, I'm sorry to inform you that Limbo and Inside will be removed from our store on July 17th, 3 p.m. CEST. We don't have any information on discounts yet. Wish I could have better news for you, but grab it while it's still here." Again, Limbo is 90% off. and we don't get any sort of reasoning, and I'm actually curious now, was there any sort of specification? But this is coming from the GOG team directly, and not from Playdead or anybody like that. So the thing is, if it was getting delisted from Steam, I don't think they would make a community post or something like that. I think it would just be getting pulled. So I am very curious what happens on July 17th as far as this game on Steam as well, because I could very well see it end up getting delisted from Steam as well, if the legal issues are the reasoning. And I want to talk a little bit about the story as far as Dino Patti and Arne Jensen and the falling out. The accusations in the latest edition of Arcadan's podcast back in March, Patti told game developer that Playdead had threatened him with legal action over a blog post on LinkedIn dating back to 2004, in which he described how Limbo was developed. In that post, he used an image that Playdead claims belongs to Arne Jensen. In the podcast, he now reveals that this lawsuit is apparently going to court. Apparently, Playdead's position is that they believe the same LinkedIn post makes Patti more instrumental in the creation of Limbo that they believe to be the case. The letter he received from Playdead reportedly reads as follows: "We want to repeat and caution that your continued use of Playdead's asset and any disclosure of exploitation and of inside knowledge about Playdead's for commercial purpose is infringing and constitutes breach of confidentiality clauses by providing recipients with core insights to the process of developing Limbo. You are falsely giving the impression that you played a significant role, including a creative role, in the development of the game." You hate to see stuff like this, especially you're talking about co-founders of Playdead, and I was always wondering what was going on with Playdead as far as this third game. There was Cocoon that dropped that I believe was from one of them, but yeah, a very, very unfortunate story. And a story like this, again, if it's getting pulled based on the legal ramifications, I don't think they're gonna put some sort of post out on Steam and the community hub noting people that it's gonna get pulled. I think one day you're just gonna wake up and it's gone on July 17th, most likely, since GOG, somebody from their team outright, is coming out. So if you want it, $1.99 on GOG for Inside. Limbo is $9.99. I don't know the status of it on Steam. If I had to be a betting man, I would say it's probably gonna get pulled from Steam, but it would be really nice if we did get some clarity on that as soon as possible, because these are two games, like, I don't put them in the Transformers War for Cybertron category for me, but these are two games that I would absolutely love to have perpetually in my Steam library if they are getting delisted. But it could be a case of when the legal issues get settled, then the games will come back on the storefront. At some point, somebody's gonna have ownership of these games, and they're gonna want to publish it on all major platforms. I wonder if what that means for the console versions as well. Very interesting story, and definitely something to keep an eye on. But that's gonna do it for me. I want to hear all of your guys' thoughts in the comments section down below. Yeah, just a chaotic story. Didn't even really know the dispute in Playdead is going on. Like, I try to keep up with everything gaming related, but there's so much chaos going out that, you know, it took me forever to cover the Subnautica news, and that story is absolutely crazy, and this story is insane as well. But that'll do it for me. Your thoughts down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Inside for $1.99 over on GOG, link in the description box below. And as always, thanks for watching, and goodbye. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.